What's up, YouTube? Eric here with Team Islanders, doing my third and final deck profile for now. I just decided, I guess, to put all my decks up, do a little update on how they're newly put together for the new format. I have one deck, Psychics, that I'm almost done with, and once that's done, I'll be doing a deck profile for that too. But this one is my Piper Exodia deck, which hasn't really changed much for the new format. There's only been like 2 cards that have changed, but it's still been a while since I've shown it, so figured why the hell not. Plus, ever since Pro Winston took Exodia to Worlds, everybody's been thinking, oh, you're just playing Exodia because of that. No, if you look at the history, I was playing this deck, as my troll deck before that, so it's still a lot of fun, really consistent and really competitive, especially with the slower format. Having this deck that stalls out like crazy is really good. So yeah, let's just get straight to it. Obviously, with Exodia, we gotta have the 5 pieces, and I may see if I can get some hollow ones with Legendary Collection 3 coming out past couple days. So yeah, I'll see about that. But yeah, he is obviously the main win condition. Next, the main draw engine is 3 Mystic Pipers. What he lets you do, for those who don't know, is you can tribute him off to draw 1 card and reveal it. If it's a level 1 monster, you can draw again. Now, you would obviously do that because this deck is mostly made up of level 1 monsters and draw spells, and you can reuse him using your Kinkabios. When you summon this card, then you can bring back 1 level 1 monster from your grave, which is usually Piper, tribute him off, get it the draw, and then Kinkabio, being a spirit monster, returns to your hand, so you can just reuse it over and over. So that's your main draw engine right there, Kinkabio combo with Piper. Next, for stalls, we have 3 Battle Faders and 3 Swift Scarecrows. Being 1 stars, you get the extra draw off of Piper, and obviously they stop your opponent's attacks. And we also have 3 Cyber Valleys to put a little bit more stall. One of the best combos in this deck is you summon a Battle Fader to stop your opponent. Next turn, summon Cyber Valley. Then you banish both of them with Cyber Valley's effect and draw 2. I'll usually do that even if I have a Piper in grave and a Kinkabio in hand, because this is a guaranteed draw 2. Over with Piper, it's a possible draw 2. So yeah, and also you can just normal summon him, and if your opponent decides to attack him, banish it, draw 1, and battle phase. So he's a stall card all his own. Next, for big beat decks, have 2 Arcana Forces Zero the Fool. Usually I just set this. I don't use it I don't summon it, so I don't bother about the flipping coin effect, but the only effect that I worry about is the one that says it can't be destroyed by battle, and being a level 1 you get the extra draw with Piper, so you just set it, they run into it, and now you have a wall that they have to get rid of with a effect or a spell or trap or something like that. And also 2 Veilers. This is, obviously just a level 1, good to stop anything with, rabbits still running around, so you can stop them for a turn. And, any kind of deck just to help slow it down a little bit, that's all. And then 1 Sangan just to search out anything in this deck that you need. It's the same exact monster lineup as the previous deck profile that I showed, and the only change came in the spells. With 3 1-day Peace, that's the same. It's still one of the best cards in the deck. Both players draw 1 and no damage at all for until your opponent's end phase, so just good stall card. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3 Upstart Goblin. Obviously, this is a staple in any Exodia deck. Just draw 1, your opponent life point goes up by 1,000, but life points don't matter in Exodia. And let's see, 2 Dualities. The original deck was actually running 2 Dualities anyway, because I only had 2 at the time, but it still is just more consistent with 2 anyway. So, yeah, and with this, the only real monster that you have to worry about is with Kinkabio. You can't use Kinkabio if you play this, but usually this is better than Kinkabio because you get to search. And I was playing 2 Gold Sarcophagus, but I decided to switch it out for 2 Where Arf Thous. This card just came out in Return of the Duelist, and it is really good. It helps speed this deck up a lot. For those who don't know what it does, if I have a level 1 monster on the field, you can add 1 level monster from your deck to your hand. During the end phase of the turn, take 2,000 damage if you didn't normal summon the added monster or monster with the same name after activating the card. So basically, a few combos just to name them off. I summon a Battle Fader. Next turn, I play this, add a Piper to hand, add a Kinkabio to hand, add a Cyber Valley to hand, just help speed up and search for anything I need. I can even add an Exodia limb if I need to, to push for that little extra to go for game. If I have 4 pieces, I'm missing 1 limb, play this, and good game. And plus, if I have 1 day of peace, it is considered damage, so I can add anything I want if I have 1 day of peace going, and I won't take that damage. So that's just a really good card. It really helps speed it up. I may see about bumping it to 3 actually, but 2 is really good, really consistent right now. And then the rest are still the same. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, the Trinity, 1 Pot of Avarice to help recycle. I usually wait to use this until I have 3 Swift Scarecrows in the grave. Then, I just recycle those Swift Scarecrows back and use them again later. Then 1 1-for-1, because, like I said, this is a level 1 deck, so obviously. And then my personal tech is 1 Hieroglyph Lithograph. For those of you who don't remember what this card does, I can pay 1,000 life points, and for the rest of the duel, my hand size becomes 7. And if I have a Kinkabio and I keep on getting pluses off of that, this is really good because it allows me to have, up to 4 pieces of Exodia, plus a Kinkabio, plus, 1 stall card, plus another stall card if I need to. So I can have 2 stall cards, Kinkabio, and up to 4 pieces of Exodia, because anything after that, obviously I'll have 5 and I'll win. So yeah, it's just really good, so I don't have to keep on discarding for the hand size limit of 6 at the end of the duel. And then for the extra deck, I only run 2 cards. 1 Formula Synchron to combo a Valor with maybe a Kinkabio if I bring it back, just to get that extra draw card off of him, or any level 1. And 1 Armory Arm just for the instances where maybe I go Valor with a Sangan, and then I get a Sangan search off of it. And 1800 is not bad. So these are the only 2 extra deck cards that I need. Anything else up to those 13 that you can have, you can put anything in there that you want, because there is Monster Reborn in this deck, and you do have Valors, so really you could put a few extra Synchros in there. Maybe a Galaxy Queen, if you really want to stretch being able to have 3 level 1s on the field, but at the same time, why would you go Galaxy Queen? That's just kind of a waste of your level 3s. These are the only 2 that I ever need to use. But yeah, that's the deck. It runs really good, like always, especially with the new tech of Where Art Thou's. This card is just amazing. When I saw it before Return of the Duels came out, when I first saw this card online, this is the only deck that I could think it being really used in, was Piper Exodia or any kind of Piper deck, because of the amount of level 1s. And it just really helps me out. I'm probably going to see about taking this to a locals, with a few of my other decks. Speaking of my other decks, I did a few other deck profiles. I put my Photon Skill Drain up along with Agents. So yeah, go check those out. I'll have links down below. So yeah, go watch those along with the contest video. I'll have a link to that down below too. And I think that's everything. So yeah, until then, Exodia, obliterate. See you later.